Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former world champion, heavyweight legend, Wladimir Klitschko, former unified heavyweight world champion, Wladimir Klitschko, Dr. Steelhammer, has been secretly and privately training former unified British heavyweight world champion, Anthony Joshua, ahead of his highly anticipated unification heavyweight rematch with current unified Mexican heavyweight superstar boxer Andy Ruiz Jr. December 7th in Saudi Arabia this upcoming Saturday. Wladimir Klitschko has last been seen in the ring with his fight, oddly enough, with Anthony Joshua. Wladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua have reportedly been very, very tight ever since their bout that took place back in April 2017, which saw Anthony Joshua defeat Wladimir Klitschko by TKO. He stopped and knocked out Wladimir Klitschko. Since then, they were supposed to have a rematch. They started a tour, but Wladimir Klitschko since realized he just didn't have it anymore. He pulled out of the rematch, and Anthony Joshua has went on and carried on with his career since the Wladimir Klitschko fight. Since the Wladimir Klitschko fight, he fought Carlos Takam, Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, and Andy Ruiz Jr. Right? So it's being reported now the two have been very, very tight. They have created a bond. And with that, Wladimir Klitschko feels like Anthony Joshua could do better for the Andy Ruiz fight. He's been doing it as far as his diet. He's been his dietitian, putting him on the same diet that he has been on. So Anthony Joshua has since come out and said that, I know a lot of people are looking at my physique and they're saying it's changed. He said that's all credit to Wladimir Klitschko, right? So this is huge news. Anthony Joshua has stated that a lot of people reached out to him, but he wanted to reach out to the people that didn't reach out to him because he felt they had his best interests at heart. Here's a quote from Anthony Joshua discussing the private training and lessons he's been getting from Wladimir Klitschko. Quote, he was giving me dietary and training advice. And that is maybe what people are talking about now when they see a difference in my body. Maybe that's why, because I've adopted some of the teachings, my weight may fluctuate. So he's been using Wladimir Klitschko's diet, right? He also goes on to say, he has loads of stuff for me. Vlad was definitely ahead of the game. He's more disciplined than me. He's more diplomatic, Joshua told the media, right? This is what Anthony Joshua had to say, right? And so he also goes on to say that he no longer misses being a champion. He does want to recapture it, but as far as not being a champion, there's not too much he missed about it. Here's what he had to say, quote, there's nothing I've missed about being a world champion. I've always said the belt should never define the man. I walked as a champion before I even had the belt. This is fighting. One loss doesn't take the spots off a cheater. We don't play games. When it comes to boxing, we're serious. And after I look at the loss, I've had time to reflect. So he goes on to say, I know I have things to prove to myself. I want to take it more serious because I'm going to the next level. Thus the reason why I incorporated and have Wladimir Klitschko's assistance. So he's adopted the dietary approach that Wladimir Klitschko uses, and he's also adopted the training method. He said that Wladimir Klitschko was far more advanced and ahead of the game than he's ever been. Wladimir Klitschko is smarter. He's more diplomatic, meaning he's more serious about his approach. And so he's went about the way of adopting Wladimir Klitschko. A lot of people like Big George Foreman and, Antonio Tarver, and there's tons and tons of people. The list goes on and on. Are the names that have offered their services to train Anthony Joshua and help prepare him in preparation for his highly anticipated rematch. And now we see that Anthony Joshua has been incorporating somebody with a lot of experience. And we know Wladimir Klitschko took big losses in his career that we felt like he shouldn't have taken in his career. So this is a important piece to the puzzle for Anthony Joshua. Wladimir Klitschko is, because Wladimir Klitschko is somebody who's been there, done that. Wladimir Klitschko could tell him what to expect. The difference is, you know, with Wladimir Klitschko, he lost to Tyson Fury. He was just simply outboxed, point blank and period. He was knocked out by Layman Brewster, right? He was knocked out by Corey Sanders. These are guys that should have never beaten Wladimir Klitschko, point blank and period. He was knocked out by Ross Purity. You understand? So these are Wladimir Klitschko knows that he has to bounce back. He understands he's been there, he's done that. And so for Wladimir Klitschko, this is he came back and he beat Layman Brewster. You understand? So this is important. We know Lennox Lewis also offered his services. Lennox Lewis lost to Oliver McCall. He lost to Hasim Rahman, guys we felt like he shouldn't have lost to. So, you know, to bring in somebody with this experience is huge for Anthony Joshua. So when we say that, you know, Anthony Joshua doesn't truly understand why he lost to Andy Ruiz, and if he didn't make any adjustments and the necessary steps to identify and define the reason he lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., then he would be in trouble. But it seems like he's reached out to correct people. Wladimir Klitschko is somebody I would advise Anthony Joshua to reach out to, because Wladimir Klitschko had a style that defeats smaller guys. Smaller guys have a lot of trouble with Wladimir Klitschko, unless they got lucky, right? But Wladimir Klitschko, he understood jab, jab, straight right hand hold. Jab, jab, straight right hand hold. He understood how to clinch. He made it a very, very boring fight, but he understood what to do. So Wladimir Klitschko is the perfect person for Anthony Joshua to learn, right? This is what Anthony Joshua, these are the keys to victory for Anthony Joshua. Jab, jab, straight right hand when it presents itself, and hold. Simple and plain. And Wladimir Klitschko was the king of jab, jab, straight right hand when it presented itself, and hold. Point blank and period. Now he made the fights very, very boring. They weren't very entertaining. But hey, he did get the knockout when it presented itself as well. So, you know, this is a perfect, you know, transition for Anthony Joshua to adopt Wladimir Klitschko's style, because I think that, you know, they're similar in stature, they're similar in build and physique, they're similar in their fighting style, right? Wladimir Klitschko has power, but Wladimir Klitschko didn't capitalize on it until he got with Emmanuel Stewart, who taught him, listen, you fight tall, you get clipped. Here's what you need to do. Jab, jab, hold. When the right hand presents itself, take it. When it doesn't, right? The fighter gets too close to your opponent, you tie him up. He was the master of doing so, leaning on you, using his weight against you, the opponent. The master of it. So, you know, this is a perfect situation for Anthony Joshua. And it just made me that much more intrigued to see what he has learned from Wladimir Klitschko. Right, so he's saying his newfound physique, he's giving credit to Wladimir Klitschko for doing so. He's saying his approach to this this rematch, the importance of it, being more diplomatic, is due hats off to Wladimir Klitschko. So I'm intrigued. I can't wait for this fight. You know, I still think styles make fights. I think guys like Andy Ruiz would have given Wladimir Klitschko problems too in his heyday. So, you know, styles make fights. And I can't wait to see how this fight plays out. Anthony Joshua did land a beautiful combination on Andy Ruiz, which saw him drop Andy Ruiz. So anything is possible, definitely in the heavyweight division. He's still one of the upper echelons of the heavyweights. So listen, I can't wait to see how this fight plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Anthony Joshua, former unified British heavyweight world champion, has brought in Wladimir Klitschko, former unified heavyweight Ukraine world champion, for his assistance in the highly anticipated rematch coming up. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.